Testing the store. If the store works, there is a good chance that your app is going to work. The process for testing the store involves creating a store with your reducers, injecting an assumed state, dispatching actions, and verifying the results. While testing the store, you can integrate your action creators and kill two birds with one stone, testing the store and the action creators together. In Chapter 8, we created a store factory, a function that we can use to manage the store creation process in the Color Organizer app. Import Create Store, combine reducers, apply middleware from Redux. Import colors, sort from /reducers. Import state data from /data/initial state. Const logger equals store equals, next equals, action equals. Let result console.group collapse dispatching, action.type. 3 CJ fields, testing 1 assertion per test, the 6th of June, 2007. Console.log previous state, store.getState. Console.log action, action. Result equals next action. Console.log next state, store.getState. Console.group end. Return result. Const saver equals store equals, next equals, action equals. Let result equals next action. Local storage redux store equals json.string store.getState. Return result. Const store factory equals initial state equals state data equals. Apply middleware logger, saver create store. Combine reducer scholars, sort. Local storage redux store. json.parser local storage redux store. Initial state. Export default store factory. This module exports a function that we can use to create stores. It abstracts away the details of creating a store for the Color Organizer. This file contains the reducers, mid, web, and default state necessary to create a store for our app. When creating a store with the store factory, we can optionally pass in an initial state for our new store, which will help us when it is time to test this store. Jest has set up and tear down features that allow you to execute some code before and after executing each test or suite. Before all and after all are invoked before and after each test suite is executed, respectively. Before each and after each are invoked before or after each if statement is executed. Set up and tear down. A good practice to follow when writing tests is to allow only one assertion for each test. 3 This means that you want to avoid calling expect multiple times within a single if statement. This way, each assertion can be independently verified, making it easier to figure out what went wrong when tests fail. Jest set up and tear down features can be used to help you follow this practice. Execute your test code in a before all statement and verify the results with multiple if statements. Let's see how we can test the store while testing the Add Color Action Creator in the file /tests/actions-spec.js. The following example will test our store by dispatch in an Add Color Action Creator and verifying the results. Import C from /src/constants. Import store factory from /src/store. Import add color from /src/actions. Describe add color equals. Let store const colors equals. ID 8658C1D09E4A9095E18001E86036. Title Lawn. color 44F37, timestamp on the 11th of April, 2016, 125,419 GMT 0700 PDT, rating 4. IDF 9005B497433DA64679DF172E1DBB, title Ocean Blue, color 0061FF, timestamp on the 11th of April, 2016, 125,431 GMT 0700 PDT, rating 2. ID 58D9C6864D7B99H465B145031979. Title Tomato. Color FF4B47. Timestamp on the 11th of April, 2016, 125,443 GMT 0700 PDT, rating 0. Before all equals. Store equals store fact tricolors. Store.dispatch add color dark blue, 000033. It should add a new color, equals. Expect store.getState.colors.length. To be 4. It should add a unique GID ID, equals. Expect store.getState.colors 3.id.length. To be 36. It should set the rating to 0, equals. Expect store.getState.colors 3.rating. To be 0. It should set timestamp, equals. Expect store.getState.colors 3.timestamp. Tober defined. We set up the test by using the store factory to create a new store instance that times 3 sample colors in the state. Next, we dispatch our add color action creator to add a 4th color to the state dark blue. Each test now verifies the results of the dispatched action. They each contain one expect statement. If any of these tests were to fail, we would know exactly what field of the new action was causing issues. This time we used 2 new matches .to-be and .tober defined. The .to-be matcher compares the results using the equals operator. This matcher can be used to compare primitives like numbers or strings. Whereas the .to-equal matcher is used to deeply compare objects. The .tober defined matcher can be used to check for the existence of a variable or a function. In this test, we check for the existence of the timestamp. These tests verify that our store can successfully add new colors using the action creator. This should give us some confidence in our store code it's working. Testing React components. React components provide instructions for React to follow when creating and manage updates to the DOM. We can test these components by rendering them and checking the resulting DOM. We are not running our tests in a browser, we are running them in the terminal with Node.js. Node.js does not have the DOM API that comes standard with each browser. Jest incorporates an npm package called Gstem that is used to simulate a browser environment in Node.js, which is essential for testing React components. Setting up the Jest environment. Jest provides us with the ability to run a script before any tests are run where we can set up additional global variables that can be used in any of our tests. For example, let's say we wanted to add React to the global scope along with some sample colors that can be accessed by any of our tests. We could create a file called /tests/global.js. Import React from React. Import deep freeze from deep freeze. Global.react equals react global.test colors equals deep freeze. ID 8658C1D09E4A9095E18001E86036. Title Lawn. Color 44F37. Timestamp Sun the 10th of April, 2016 125,419 GMT 0700 PDT. Rating 4. IDF 9005B4E9753DA64679DF172E1DBB. Title Ocean Blue. Color 0061FF. Timestamp Mon the 11th of April, 2016 125,431 GMT 0700 PDT. Rating 2. ID 58D9C6864D7B99H465B145031979. Title Tomato. Color FF4B47. Timestamp Friday the 15th of April, 2016 125,443 GMT 0700 PDT. Rating 0. This file adds React and some immutable test colors to the global scope. Next, we have to tell Jest to run this file before running our tests. We can do this by adding a setup files field to the Jest node in package.json. Jest setup files.tests/global.js modular path ignore patterns global.js. The setup files field is used to provide an array of files that Jest should run to set up the global environment before our tests. The modular path ignore patterns field tells Jest to ignore the global.js file when running the tests because it does not contain a test suite, it is a setup file. This field is necessary because we'd prefer to add the global.js file to the tests folder even though it does not contain any tests. Ignoring SCSS imports. If you import SCSS or CSS or SAS files directly into your components, you will need to ignore these imports while testing. If you do not ignore them, they will cause the tests to fail. These files can be ignored by incorporating a module mapper that returns an empty string when .css, .scss, or .less files are imported. Let's install Jest CSS modules. npm install Jest CSS modules save dev. Now that we have this package installed, we need to tell Jest to use this module in place of any .scss import. We need to add a module name field to the Jest node in our package.json file. Jest setup files.tests/global.js modular path ignore patterns global.js module name .scss/node modules/jest css modules. This tells Jest to use the Jest CSS modules module in place of any import that ends with .scss. Adding these lines of code to your package.json file will prevent your tests from failing due to .scss imports. Enzyme. We are almost ready to begin testing our React components. We only have 2 more npm modules to install before we begin writing our first component test. npm install enzyme React add-ons test utils save dev. Enzyme is a testing utility for React components designed at Airbnb. Enzyme requires React add-ons test utils, a set of tools that can be used to render and interact with components during a test. Additionally, React DOM is required, but we'll assume that you already have React DOM installed. Enzyme makes it easier to render a component and traverse the rendered output. Enzyme is not a testing or assertion framework. It handles the task of rendering React components for testing and provides the necessary tools for traversing ChildL. Methods: verifying props, verifying state, simulating events, and querying the DOM. Enzyme has three main methods for rendering. Shallow renders components one level deep for unit testing. Mount renders components using the browser DOM and is necessary when you need to test the full component lifecycle and the properties or state of ChildL. Methods: render is used to render static HTML markup with a component. With render, you can verify that your component returns the appropriate HTML. Consider the star component. Const star equals selected equals false, on click equals f equals selected. Star selected star. On click equals on click. It should render a div element with a class name that depends upon the selected property. It should also respond to click events. Let's write a test for the star component with Enzyme. We will use Enzyme to render the component and find specific DOM elements within the rendered star. We can use the shallow method to render our component one level deep. Import shallow from Enzyme. Import star from // src components /UI /star. Describe UI component. Equals. It renders default star equals. Expect. Shallow. Find div star. Length. To be 1. It renders selected stars equals. Expect. Shallow. Equals true /. Find div selected star. Length. To be 1. Enzyme comes with functions that somewhat resemble jQueries. We can use the find method to query the resulting DOM using selector syntax. In the first test, a sample star is rendered and we verify that it results in a DOM that contains a div element that has the star class. In the second test, a sample selected star is rendered and we verify that the resulting DOM contains a div element with both the star class and the selected class. Checking the length assures us that only one div was rendered in each test. Next, we'll need to test the click event. Enzyme comes with tools that allow us to simulate events and verify that those events have occurred. For this test, we need a function that we can use to verify that the onClick property is working. We need a mock function, and Jest has us covered. It invokes onClick equals const click equals Jest fn. Shallow equals click /. Find div star. For a more in-depth look at mocks, see Martin Fowler's article, Mocks Aren't Stubs. Simulate click. Expect click.tobe called. In this test a mock function, click, is created using jest.fn. When we render the star, we send our mock function as the onClick property. Next, we locate the ren div element and simulate a click event on that element using Enzyme's simulate method. Clicking the star should invoke the onClick property and, in turn, invoke our mock function. The .tobe called matcher can be used to verify that a mock function was invoked. Enzyme can be used to help us render components, find rendered DOM elements or other components, and interact with them. Mocking components. The last step